My name is John Adams, and I was born in Touchet, Washington in 1930. My grandchildren call me Papa John.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, how you doing today, Lincoln?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm loading a barge right now, headed for Portland. Going to be about probably 120,000 bushels of 9.5% white wheat.
Okay, well, I'll see you in the snapshot.
I'll see you in the snapshot.
We're going to talk about working in the wheat harvest. I started when I was in the 8th grade. The first year I worked in wheat harvest for the Lovell and Schaefer Ranch, and my job was called header tender, and that raises and lowers the header on the combine. That was when we were using the pull-type combines, where we had a tractor driver, a header tender, and a machine man. And my job was to raise and lower the header up and down, keep it out of the dirt and in the grain. And you get sleepy sitting there for 12, 14 hours watching that header reel go round and round and round and round. And that was my job. I did that for 5 years. And the first year, I got $10 a day for that. And then eventually grew up $12 and then up to $15. The last year I was $15 a day. The Lovell Ranch had their own what they call a cook wagon, and they pulled it out into the field. It was a complete cook wagon, had a stove, I think it was wood-fired stove, and they had all the food in there, and they stayed right there for a week or whatever, how long was in that area. And we ate there, and we slept in the field on little army cots, and we had our bedding, and we was out there for a week straight. Sundays were off, and so we lived in the field for a week. No showers. They had an Army Air Force base in Walla Walla, and the planes used to do training flights over the area. And one was flying out over us, and it blew up overhead. Killed all the people on board, but there was pieces of airplane. It was right over the top of us. There was pieces of airplane come flying down, and I didn't get to see any of the bodies because we were busy getting the machines out of the field for fire purposes. But all the bodies fell right out there in the field. And the Air Force immediately come out, and started picking all that. My grandfather, he farmed out there. Grandpa John Dodd farmed on that same land that I was on, working on, and he broke that land out of sagebrush and grass with the horses and mules, teams, and that's the way they farmed. They'd have to get up way early in the morning and harness up all those horses and get them ready to go out in the field. But that changed over the years. They finally had machines that didn't have the bulk tanks on them yet. So they had a sack sewer on them. And the guy would sit there and sew the sacks when they got full and full of ears on them, so they could have put them on a chute. But about 5 or 6 bags on a chute, they'd trip it and leave them right there in the field. Then they had truck drivers come around and pick those up out of the field by hand, throw them on the truck, haul them into the warehouse here in Touchet and unload them by hand.